Hey guys, and welcome back to a completely new setting. I'm literally mind blown and so proud to announce that I now am a homeowner. I have my own flat. It feels weird just saying those words out loud, but I can't believe it. I've finally done it and I picked up the keys just now. So although I haven't mentioned anything, this whole flat hunting thing has been in the works for quite some time now. It has taken months and months to get up to this point, but I've been ever so grateful for the whole entire journey. So I think I'm going to take a little seat over here on the floor of my empty flat and explain to you guys the whole entire process. So where do I start? Basically one day I woke up and I decided I've hit 25 now, I really would like to move out, have my own space, have my own property, a place to call my own. And the first thing to do when deciding to property hunt is I had to look for a location that I wanted to live in. So for me, a location was somewhere where there was a bit of life, a bit of a community, but not as big as a city. So somewhere sort of a town, not too far from my parents, not too far from work, things like that. Somewhere which had all of these things in common. So with that being said, the first few houses I ended up looking at were just not right for me. There was something missing when I looked at those properties. So the first flat I went and looked at, there was something wrong with the parking. So basically as soon as you drove in, the parking was all messy. I had my own garage space, which was really nice, but they said you had to park in the garage. There was nowhere else you could park but this garage. And to me, like, I'm a confident driver, but squeezing my car in and out of a tiny garage space each day or several times a day was just not something that I was willing to do. I thought it would make me quite stressful, and the last thing I want when I'm coming to and from my home is for me to be stressed out. This should be like the least stressed out part of my day. So that was flat number one. Now for flat number two, things just got a whole lot worse. I went and I looked around a new flat. Things just got even worse. So the flat itself was actually quite small. It was quite pokey and I felt quite claustrophobic in it. But the worst part is when I was walking through the actual building and the corridors and things like that that led up to my flat, it was still a building site. It was still being constructed, and I was looking at it and there was no floors, there was no paint on the walls, there was light fittings and things like that hanging down. And that was something that I didn't want to get myself involved in. I didn't want to go into a new property and have it still being built, having builders there, all this noisy work whilst I'm trying to relax. That's just not what I wanted. So now next up was the third property, which was this flat that I looked at. This flat, as soon as I walked in, the man who was originally living in here, he kept it in a really nice condition. The carpets were beautiful, the paint was still beautiful, there was no damage, it didn't smell or anything like that. And I fell in love with it instantly. I just felt like this place was going to be my home. I had that instant homely feeling that I really loved. So I made an offer on the property immediately. It was originally someone bid higher than me. So originally I was told I didn't get the property. Then the next day they phoned me up and they said that person has pulled out. Do you still want this flat? I obviously said yes. Then they turned around and said, it's yours. So I think for me, I just feel like this flat was so meant to be. The fact that I really wanted it, it felt like home. Put in an offer, was declined, but then it ended up coming back to me anyway. Like, I feel like this flat is just gonna serve me so well for the next few years at least. So yeah, that was the little story time catch up of how I bought the flat and everything behind it. But now I think I need to give you guys a little bit of a tour around my new place. So without further ado, let's do a flat tour. Okay, so first up, as you walk in, you have the main door, then you have the corridor area, then coming out you have this cupboard space, which obviously has all of my electrical gear and smart energy monitor in here, but it will also be used as a bit of storage space as well. Hang some coats, probably store my paddleboard, things like that in here. So then coming through from the bathroom, you come into the first bedroom, which is the main bedroom, which is my bedroom. The one thing I really love about this flat is how nice and well it was kept, but also the amount of light that comes in. So the fact that this room has 2 windows is just amazing. I love natural light, particularly in winter. I mean, at the moment I have no lights on here whatsoever, so this is all natural daylight that is just flooding in right now. A little alcove area, which would be perfect for putting in things like my wardrobe, and then I'm hoping maybe some chest of drawers as well if I can fit that in, and then the bed over here. So coming out of the bedroom and into the second bedroom, which is the smaller room. Again, even though this room is quite small, it does have a lot of natural light to it. It also has another mini alcove here, which I'm planning to put my bookcase and some other storage things. A sofa bed over there, and then I'm looking at getting a desk over here, somewhere where I can edit, and like a separate sort of space away from the bedroom, away from the lounge, that I can focus on creating videos and content and things like that. So then coming out of the bedroom, you come into the kitchen and the main living space. This main living space is flooded with natural light. I have 3 windows in here, which is absolutely amazing. And I came here, luckily on a really sunny day, and the sun just beams into this room, which I absolutely love. I'm going to have a main sofa, hopefully over there. Maybe a little seating area here. Fish tank possibly somewhere over there near the wall, along with my TV. And then the dining room table and chairs here. Hopefully it'll all fit. I've already got some of the furniture, so I'm praying that it will all fit. Then behind me is the kitchen area. We have got the normal necessities. We have the washing machine, the sink, the cooker. I've already got my own fridge, so that is going to be put into there, so that's no problem whatsoever. And I've got tons and tons of storage space, which is really, really ideal because I have a lot of stuff. Another great thing about this property is that it has its own parking space. That was something I was really adamant on. I wanted my own parking space. Preferably, I didn't want to have to pay for the permit. With this place, I'm lucky I don't have to pay for the permit, which is really good. So now that I have the keys, now that I have the own place, the next step I want to do before I start moving my furniture in is to paint this entire flat. I'm just going to paint it white, give it a nice fresh coat so it feels really clean for when I move in. So me and my mum are coming tomorrow to start painting it. I was lucky I managed to get a day off of work, which is amazing. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow for the first painting sesh. Day, and I couldn't be more excited. The flat looks absolutely amazing, and now we've just got to get everything in. Me and Paige have come over with a car full of stuff that we're going to get ready and done now, and then my parents are coming over with the big moving van that we packed up last night. So I can't believe this day is here, and I'm absolutely over the moon.